So imagine you're walking down by the riverfront with your friends, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, I don't judge. Whoever you want to walk down the riverfront with. You're walking down, you guys are talking like, "Ooh girl, that was crazy. Professor Miles is wild. What? Oh Kim." I don't know what classes you're in. But you're doing that and you hear, help me. You look over and you see this. Somebody's drowning. You just see like a hand popping up and you're like, "Oh God!" What do you do? What do you do? So most people would say, help them. Yeah? Is that what you guys said? You said help them? So you would help them. You would call someone. If you feel safe and strong enough, you would jump in. You would throw something out to them. You would alert other people around you, but you would do something. You wouldn't just walk away and let somebody drown if you knew that it was happening. So that's a very normal thing to do. You would go call someone, help them. You get them out of the river, they don't die, you did your good deed for the day, you keep walking, you study for that OChem midterm. Good on you. So then next week you're like, well, I did so good on my OChem midterm, I got an A, I need to celebrate, I saved that person last week, like, ooh girl, I'm doing too good right now. So you go back to the riverfront, you're like, let's reminisce, let's walk down, like, oh God, I was walking down here. You're like, wait, I can still hear it. It sounds like last week when I saved that person. And you look over and there's another person drowning. Like, different person, but you look over and the same exact thing is happening. So what do? You help them. You help this person. And then you're like, what? That's wild. 2 weeks in a row someone's drowning. So you're like, something has to be going on. So you do this 2 weeks in a row, that's wild, 2 people drowning. You're like, that was crazy, but it's over. I'm just gonna come back next week because it's the Saturday market, and I love the Saturday market. You be getting that produce for half off, you know. So you go back next week, and the exact same situation is happening. You hear someone screaming, help, help me. You see them going underwater, and you see someone drowning again. So once again, you jump in, you help them, you save them, but then you're like, there's a reason that people keep drowning in this river. And you start to think a little bit deeper. You go upstream and you see this. You see a sign that's directing people to a swimming hole. So you keep going along and you follow the path to the swimming hole and you see, screw you. You see this, dangerous currents. So you realize that there's a sign that's being blocked. There's too many trees or bushes growing in front of it. So people think that this swimming hole is safe. They keep getting in. And then the currents are too strong, so they keep getting washed down the river. So now, what do? Well, you can't go to the river every day and save people. That is not your job. You are a student. You are a worker here at the Civic Engagement. You got it. You got stuff to do. So you can't be saving people in the river every day. So you call someone. You call the city, you call the park services, you call the governor, the mayor, whoever you want to call. You call someone and you tell them, people keep falling in this river because this sign is here that says that it's safe to do so. It's safe to swim here. But really, this other sign is blocked by this giant bush. Can we cut this down? Can we remove the swimming hole sign? Can we put up some ropes? But you're doing way more than just standing by the river waiting for people to drown so you can jump in and save them. So really what this analogy is supposed to symbolize is how our work, civic engagement work, service work, requires both upstream and downstream solutions. So downstream relief efforts are typically easier, they're less political, there's less work involved. Obviously there's a lot of work involved in saving someone when they're drowning, but say, if we want to use an example, there's less work involved in running a soup kitchen than there is in addressing why homelessness is a problem in the first place, which would be an upstream solution. So your upstream solution was finding that dangerous current sign, calling the city, getting the tree cut down, removing the swimming hole sign, putting up some ropes in front of the area that people were getting in the river. It was a lot more work, it involved a lot more people, it involved a lot more collaboration, and it really led to a social change within our society, or in this example, within Corvallis, down at our riverfront. So you just gotta really address the fact that both downstream and upstream relief efforts are necessary. And a lot of what we do here is downstream relief efforts because we help students on a more short-term basis. We organize days of service and more short-term projects, but we really, really wanna foster that belief that upstream relief efforts are necessary. We're building change makers and we want to start them on that downstream path, but hopefully foster their interest and growth so they can start helping with some of these upstream solutions.